Thank God it is Friday. Holy hell. This has been a week that just would not end. And we are continuing, by the way, with our 1001 albums you must listen to before you die. I'm a little behind. This is actually yesterday's album. I didn't finish it because it's a double album. And I had crap to do. It has been a busy week, my friends. I realized I just sounded like John Oliver. Welcome, 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 my friends. It has been a busy week. It really has. Had a fantastic... so I was running a charity event. This is Smashing Pumpkins. This is Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. From 1997, I want to say. No, I'm enjoying it so far. So I'm not a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan, but there are obviously songs on this album that I'm familiar with, including Bullet with the Butterfly Wings, which we are listening to right now. If you are listening currently on, or if you're watching on the YouTube, I apologize. You guys can't get the music. Although, hold on 1 second. I'm going to mute my microphone for a second because I fear like I may have done something wrong here. Hold on. I just wanted to check the YouTube feed to make sure it's not going through. And it's not. So everything is all right with the world. So you may have heard that Sports Interactive has released a new patch for Football Manager 26. It is their giant content update. The reason why it was a content update was they fixed a lot of shit that was broken with a lot of leagues, I came to realize as I was reading through those patch notes. For those of you who watched the video, thank you very much. I apologize for it being as long as it was, but I did not realize just how much information was in there. I did make note that one of the mistakes was not the fact that India only has the second tier active in Football Manager, which would have been nice to know before I started my Journeyman save there. Otherwise, I would have avoided it like the plague. The fact that you could not possibly get promoted out of the I-League is patently ridiculous. No, I did not see the World Cup draw. I missed it. I was busy working. But I did see the news of the World Cup draw, which we might as well recount for anyone who did not see it. So they have drawn the 12 groups for the 2026 World Cup happening in Mexico, Canada, and the United States of America. The host countries are in groups A, B, and D, respectively, and here is how everything shook out. Group A will be Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and the winner of playoff D. Now, the app that I have that information on does not let me know who is in playoff game D. Group B will be Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner of UEFA Playoff A, so either Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, or Bosnia. Be fascinating if it's not Italy. Group C has Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Group D, the United States of America with fellow CONCACAF team Paraguay. Australia is there, and they will also play the winner of UEFA Playoff C, which could be Slovakia, Kosovo, Turkey, or Romania. Group E will pit Germany against Curacao, the Côte d'Ivoire, and Ecuador. Group F has the Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and the winner of UEFA Playoff B between Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, and Albania. Group G is Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Group H has Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. Group I will feature France, Senegal, Norway, and Iraq, or the winner of Bolivia and Suriname. Group J is Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Group K is Portugal, Uzbekistan, Colombia, and the winner of FIFA Playoff 1 between the Democratic Republic of Congo against the winner of Jamaica and New Caledonia. I want New Caledonia so badly. Like, that would just be absolute limbs, as they say. And Group L is jolly old England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. 2 hours. That would be insane. I know nothing about New Caledonia. I literally could not pick them out on the map, and I am actually pretty decent with geography. But I think that would be the absolute coolest thing that we could ever see, New Caledonia in the World Cup. You want New Caledonia to win and then to crush Portugal because, yeah. I can't stand that guy. I know he's one of the greatest players who has ever walked this earth. Do you know where Colombia Portugal is going to be played? Have they announced the venues yet for each group? I feel like they did. Atlanta or Miami? I'm kind of hoping for Miami. Although Miami that time of year is fucking brutal. But I don't know, the World Cup indoors at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Which groups are playing in Philly? Yeah, they're indoors. Which works out because Atlanta can also be ridiculous in the summer. Not quite like Miami, but... When they suspended Ronaldo's 3-match ban, you want to see Portugal get 0 points in the group stage. Sadly, it's not going to happen. But I absolutely feel that emotion with all of my heart. How you doing, Dave? What's up? Again, my condolences to that own goal that cost you guys 3 points against Liverpool. I am thoroughly enjoying the fact that Liverpool are just absolutely in the muck right now. All right, so June 14th, it's going to be Germany versus either Ecuador or Curacao. Oh, no, Germany versus Curacao or Ecuador versus the Côte d'Ivoire. June 19th, Brazil, Haiti, or Morocco, Scotland. June 22nd, France versus either Bolivia, Suriname, or Iraq, or Norway, Senegal. I'd love to see Erling Haaland. I mean, it's going to be right in my frickin' backyard. But those tickets are just so damn expensive, man. And on June 25th, Ecuador, Germany, or Curacao, Ivory Coast. I'd see any of those. Actually, like Curacao, Ivory Coast would be hell. Would be, I mean, not hell, but it would be a hella game to go see. Are we have an affiliate? We have an affiliate, guys. I didn't even realize that. So we're continuing in our Journeyman Save. We are in Malaysia. We are in our first full season with the armed forces. No, I can't. It's not that. You know, all the trees and, you know, the stadium stands. Look at Walmus being a smart ass in the first 15 minutes of stream. Oh, Panama, England, or Croatia, Ghana. Oh, my God, Croatia, Ghana. Yo, Benny! Benny, you'll appreciate this. Do you know who I had dinner with on Tuesday night, Benny? I think I may have told you about. I may have actually brought this up. I got to... no, well, that would be remarkable considering my mom died 7 months ago. No, I had dinner with... oh, no, that's okay, babe. I'm not upset with your comment. But it would be truly incredible. Like, it would be an amazing thing. All right, I'm gonna post the picture in the Discord if I can find it. All right. Let me just here. Let's download or save. Can I save? All right. You know what? I'm not using the freaking Google Photos. Give me my Samsung Gallery, damn it. All right, let me save the picture. Forgive me, guys. Oh no, I'll copy it to the clipboard. Now I'm going to go into Discord, if I can find Discord. There's Discord. Where should I put it? I'll put it in the Show Me Your Pics section. No, Benny, seriously. Dude, I'm not getting on your case. I'm not getting upset at you at all. In the Discord picture section, you will see a photograph of me and the lovely people that I had dinner with on Tuesday night. I feel like you will be able to identify the gentleman on the right. Do I want to make any changes while we go into this match, by the way? Like, it's saying I should rotate? Yeah! No, it's not Mark Wahlberg. The voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese. Such a nice... And his wife is incredible. She is such a sweet woman, and you can tell that she is, like, a driving force in his life, and not in a bad way. Not in a bad way at all. You know how much we hate the Pens? I don't mind Malkin, honestly. He is such a great dude. He was so giving of his time and his talent. Yo, Nami, what's up? Yeah, I don't mind Gino, honestly. It's Cindy that I can't stand. It really is. And the pay, like, okay, so I have, like, mad respect for Mario Lemieux. The player he is, the man he is, the executive he became. All of that. It's the shirt and not the men, except for Sidney Crosby. I cannot stand that Weasley motherfucker from Rimouski Oceanic. Nah, Marissa, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Benny will give his left nut. Don't worry about it. You can keep your kidney. I hate Crosby. I will never forget. Crosby was... So, I was a season ticket holder for the Atlanta Thrashers after the lockout in 2005. And I'll never... The Penguins were in town, and Crosby pulled some shit. You know, he did his usual chirping and whatever, and he basically forced Ilya Kovalchuk to take a penalty. Then later in the game, Kovalchuk scored. Immediately skated by the bench and just pointed at Crosby. Like that. I mean, he didn't do that, but... we're just going to play with these same guys. I don't really care. We are undefeated to start the season, though, 5-2-0, so I'm very happy about that. We are also playing under the new patch, so we will be able to give out the all-important shouts. We will be able to yell at our players for real. I don't like how they move with the new patch, they moved these little individual group conversations down to the bottom. Now, there are certain things that have not changed. So of those random tweaks they said they made, the biggest one they did not change was your team kicking, or either team, kicking the ball out into touch off of the opening face-off. Off of the opening kick. I have mad respect for Mario Lemieux. I just wish he played somewhere else. All right, we are in the red. They are not. And the match has begun. I can always respect a rival. I mean, you're still going to have defenders get beat. They're not getting deked out of their shorts like they used to. Come on, guys. Let's encourage the team. And we're going to go balanced there and out of possession. We're going to drop our defensive line a little bit because we are not winning in possession. And, oh, Raja Amin, how did you miss? I don't think so because I was playing a lot today. I was playing a lot in my my infield town save in the National South. And I was paying specific attention to the way the defense works. Now, I did find when I made the comment yesterday, I did notice like my goalkeeper wasn't holding on to the ball a lot. It was kind of bouncing off his hands. And the goalies were being a little sloppy. I miss Claude Giroux. How many women named Oceane do we need to sacrifice in the French Women's League save to get rid of Sidney Crosby? At least 4. Lee Han-seong around the side to UC1, sending it across. Mohammed is stuffed. Clearance, though, knocked down by Fu Abdullah. Nasharuddin plays it ahead. Can't reach Mohammed. And here comes the bad guys the other way. What team are we playing? Kelantan. Kelantan RW. I bet the RW stands for red-white. 1 for each side of Rimouski. The funny thing is, I used to enjoy playing with Rimouski in Eastside Hockey Manager when I would do they were one of the few teams in the Quebec League I like to play because I like the colors. Knowing full well what came from there. I just saw a message from my 51-year-old friend talking about playing shirtless volleyball, and I'm like, no. No, thank you. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Didn't realize that was halftime. What did I say? I don't even remember what I said. Oh, why can't we shout? Oh, we can. Let's go. Well, I'll wait to see what happens in this highlight if we demand more or not. Ibrahim, with it, gets around his man, takes it deep, loses it. It's cleared away. Nasharuddin drops it. Lee Han-seong, UC1, cuts inside, hits the crossbar. I think this is a demand more time. You're trying to get a beach forest together? I will not be participating in your beach volleyball league. Ibrahim did I'm not quite sure what he did. Was that a plie? Some kind of ballet move to get in position for that header. UC1 knocks past his man. Stays with him. Crosses it into the middle. Mohammed is stoned again. We might need to get a new striker out there because Mohammed just does not know how to not put it right into the chest of the goalkeeper. Oh, there's Raja Amin. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for playing. Second time's a charm on those headers. This time he put it past, and it's Armed Forces 1, Kelantan 0. My volleyball days are behind me. Although I used to do a mad Jamaican jump serve. That's what I'm afraid of, Dave. For me, when playing sports at this age, and even when I was younger, to be honest with you, like I was never the best, and I was never the worst. So I would be the guy in the middle, making everybody else look good, but getting absolutely zero glory for myself. Come on, guys, let's get another one, shall we? Nasharuddin up, Lee Han-seong. Out wide, UC1. Gets to the defender with the commit in the middle. Oh, fuck you, Muhammad. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. Ooh. I was on the wrong thing. I didn't realize I hadn't selected this. First off, we are once again demanding more. Second off, Muhammad, you are out. Do we try Azmi? Iqbal Azmi? Or do we go with Zakaria? We should go with Zakaria, shouldn't we? Nah, let's go Iqbal Azmi. Why not? Middle is a position, middle blocker. No, you know what I mean, though. Like, just... I'd be the guy getting the hockey assist, you know? I wouldn't be the primary assister. I definitely wouldn't be the scorer. I would just be that guy who was on the team. Not good enough to notice, not bad enough to notice. Nasharudin looking back post. Yasman picking it up for Keletan, sending it long. Fu Abdullah recycles. Ibrahim, Azmi, Lihan Seong, UC Wan, he's in, he shoots, and it skips off of the hands of Suhami. And out for another corner. Why are we not doing better, is my question. Whoa, what was that? What's this? What is... I'm just trying to pause, man. I'm just trying to pause. Ibrahim... we don't have anyone that can play on the left side. Oh, no, we've got Harun. Harun is in here on loan. Oh, no, Harun is on trial. I'm sorry. That's the color for trial. Hairi is in on loan. Almost forgot about that. Oh, yeah, you can change the colors now, too. Not Me hates it because I go blue for my top colors. Maybe we should have put Zakaria in. He's got that nice aggression. Meanwhile, Azmi is... He can finish. He's slow and he's short. Maybe he was not the best choice for us in retrospect. Let's get Hasnan in for Nasharudin as well. How often does Hockey Manager get improved? Not nearly as often as they are forced to improve Football Manager. I honestly don't know. I have not played it in a very long time. Eastside Hockey Manager 05 was my jam. I actually did a lot of beta testing for it, so whenever they would patch the game, Archie would reach out to me as one of the people, and now we're fucking even. So guess what? Now we berate. And we go attacking because we need to get this goal back. Because Manyang City is beating AAK 2-0, which means that if things stay as they are, they will go 4 points clear of us at the top of the table. And that is just unacceptable. No, please take your time, Odrostad. That's what attacking means. Just stand on the ball. UC Wan up the sideline. Cut off. Oh, what a move. UC Wan, he's so good. He is so good. Plays it to Lee Han Seung into the middle. And there is Harun with the goal to put us ahead 2-0. Or 2-1, excuse me, 2-1. I'm literally just sitting here talking about how we gave up a goal, and then I totally forget it when I go over the score. All right, hopefully that will be enough. AAK is not coming back in that match, and we have won, my friends. So the Flyers goal horn will tell us we have a victory. 21-6 your shots on goal. They actually outpossessed us a little bit, which is fine. I don't mind that. Raja Amin, Harun scoring the goals, and I'll just say that's a good win for us. I'm not going to get too overly critical of a team that has not yet lost this season. Ibrahim is happy that I kept his promise that we would improve the first team coaching staff. I think I was able to do that because we had a spot open and I hired a staff member. Because I'm pretty sure the staff available to us ain't great. Which, you know what I'm really annoyed at? You know what I'm really annoyed at? So I was watching Lelujo's video today, and he either was granted permission to take or he just completed in the National League, or I guess he's in League 2 now, his Continental Pro license. He has gotten every single badge from his team. Meanwhile, I cannot get a single frickin' one. No, they do update it. Most of it's data updates, I'm sure, at this point. I didn't love the game when they moved to the company that was, I forget which company had it. Basically, when they joined up with Sports Interactive, I just didn't like the game as much. Because they made it more like Football Manager was at the time. And I liked the old interface better. I liked the old UI. Not that it was great. All these games have challenging UIs. And Football Manager would definitely be absolutely no different. My favorites were, I didn't like playing in the NHL. Now, I would occasionally, because toward the end of my run playing that game, I would do like these challenges. Like somebody would put up a challenge, you had to play with a certain team, and you had to keep X number of players. You always had to have a certain number of homegrown players. One that I really excelled at, there was one with the Islanders I enjoyed. But my favorite saves, and if you I forget, I don't know if it was under Mr. Cellophane or not. It probably wasn't, because it was so long ago. We're talking 20 years, easy. If you go on to the Eastside Hockey Manager forums, in the story forum, I did a full. I think I only made it like 4 or 5 seasons. It took a long time to play. With the Lethbridge Hurricanes of the Western Hockey League, I loved doing Canadian junior saves. Partly because you didn't really have to deal with like all the money stuff, but you did have high turnover. You had to develop players, and I really enjoyed that aspect. But I mean, I would write out like whole like these posts for like these synopses, and I don't. And getting back to you, not man. Like, I'm not trying to ignore you. I don't try to make my tactics possession based. Now, I do tend to not be super direct, simply because I just feel like my players, like all the teams that I've been playing with, my players just can't really handle that level of. They may be fast, but like that pace of the game. And I really don't want to get caught out. So if my teams are in any way possession-based, it is because I am trying to be defensively responsible, if that makes sense. Zachariah has rejected an offer from Soul Phoenix. I totally forgot he had an offer from Soul Phoenix. But I'm glad he decided to stay. Cheers, mate. So, Nami, what are you seeing that is leading you to feel that any of these changes were just a placebo? Like, I feel like in that last match, yes, UC Wan beat his man many times, but I feel like he did it honestly. And it wasn't because the defender was just... There are dribbling issues. I will say there are dribbling issues. I feel like a lot of times, like the dribble... Just too many hard touches. And I feel like it's getting a little bit back to where we were in FM24, where it's kind of like... It's kind of like there's no fluidity to it. They're either standing on the ball and like kind of just like dicking it around, you know what I'm talking about, the little type of dribbles, or they're just banging it here and chasing after it, and banging it here and chasing after it, and it just doesn't feel completely fluid. That the dribbles aren't completely connected. Sorry, whatever this song is, it starts off very, very low. This is a 9-minute song. Port Salina of the Vast Ocean. Oceans, Oceans. Joaquin is regressing. This is why we're not playing him anymore. He is transfer listed. I don't think we're in a transfer window. This is new. This screen is new. It's just a better... I mean, it's a complete waste of space, but it is a better use of space than it used to be. It used to be there was nothing over here, and it was just that little sidebar with this information in it. So I do kind of like that. Can we not come to it? What do you mean the decision comes? Dude, you suck now. If I'm to leave, it'll happen naturally. Piss off, man. What does your contract look like? I would alphabetize, but it alphabetizes by first name. And half of these guys are Mulds or Moods. In fact, I'm not even sure which of these guys it is. Oh, there he is. Joaquin. He's on 200 a week. Problem is, if I can't get if I can't get any of the intermediaries to bite, then I don't think that I'm going to get any kind of transfer offer for this guy. It would be nice, but it's not. So I'm beginning to think, though, that they're not. How can I put this? I feel like the team at SI isn't really. They're not looking for issues to fix. They're relying on us 100% to tell them what we don't like. Which is ironic because they based so many of their decisions on what they did and did not include in this edition in Football Manager based on data they were able to gather without actually talking to a live human being. But it feels to me now that, like, if people aren't complaining or hadn't been complaining about the kickoff glitch, then they're never going to look at it because they're never going to notice. Or they're going to say, oh, I noticed this, but nobody said anything, so it must be okay. Yeah, I don't know what's changed either. And they were so not specific. Like, is it the offering out on loan screen? Is it the fact that you can actually just access it right away instead of having to kind of do a workaround like you did before where you'd go onto the loan screen and there'd be nothing there, so you had to go to the regular transfer screen and then back to the loan screen just to be able to get options? It would be great if it was more clear where in the settings you put the I want my loans to be like this all the time like they did. Or did they make changes to... Oh, okay. I'm like, U20 system manager. I'm like, who is this guy? Or if they made changes to when you've got a player out on loan, the information you actually get back. Because right now it's worthless. Those things would be nice. I don't like the generic... We made updates to this. We've polished this. What the fuck did you polish, man? You give me a list of all of these change things, most of which applies to one save in 3,000. Because you have this one guy who yelled at you because of the way he plays the game, which is in a way that nobody else does. I was going through that list. Half of that shit I didn't even really know what they were talking about. I could infer some things, but it's just shit I've not come across. Now, part of that's because of what leagues I'm playing in, how I'm playing. But then you've got big things like your team kicking it out into the into the bench right off the beginning of the fucking game, and that doesn't get touched? Why? Why was that not fixed? What I would love to see is I would love to see some kind of developer blog. Not it doesn't even have to be written out. It could be a podcast. It could be a 20 minutes of somebody saying, "Hey, here's here's what we were thinking with some of these things. Here's what we are trying to work on." I've said this before. You don't need to say exactly when things are coming. Just let us know that it's on your radar. The same stuff that you guys should have been doing since before you canceled FM25. Give us some idea that you care other than you don't want to hear us bitching anymore. Because right now I'm feeling that that's what's happening. Well, you guys are complaining really loudly about this, so we'll get to work on that now. And all of these things that they've been able to either implement, add in on such short notice makes me wonder, where was it in the first place? And what the actual living hell were you doing that prevented you from doing this stuff before? There have been over 1,000 changes since the beta dropped six weeks ago. Some small, some pretty darn big. Like, they sure built the not that I'm complaining because I love them, but the fact that they were able to build out the shouts as quickly as they did, it either makes me believe they were working on it and just didn't feel like it was important enough to actually prioritize while they were doing whatever. I'm trying not to be disparaging. I'm trying very hard not to be disparaging. I'm sure they're fine people. I just feel like their priorities for this release were misguided. I'm going to mix my sports metaphors, but it seems like they swung for the fences on some things and absolutely punted on others. And sadly, the things they punted on are the ones that people actually give a shit about. But they don't know that because they didn't actually ask people or listen to people when they talked. They just looked at the underlying data, which, by the way, is massively skewed by the way everybody played their fucking game, because they were only looking at data based on how they built the game in their base UI. And I dare anyone out there right now to tell me that I'm wrong, because I'm an excellent cynic. Let's start Zachary up top. But they magically found the time. And I'm sorry, if all of these things only took a month, for them to do all of these things in a month makes me wonder what they did with the years they had. And please don't get me wrong, I love this game. I'm enjoying this game. No, the things that went without comment were a lot of those things. Let's go heat maps and pass maps. Those are all tied to the data chalkboard, which nobody used in its native form. And that's what they had the data on. They didn't have data on how much that data was extrapolated and used everywhere else in the game. I guarantee you the data dash. I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I can't guarantee, but it is my strong feeling that the data chalkboard fed things like those pizza charts that I finally figured out how to flippin' use. Or that I finally understood, I should say. But I never went to the data chalkboard except for one time because I specifically went looking for it because they announced they were getting rid of it. And I went, what data chalkboard? What is this thing of which you speak? Because I would start clicking on those boxes when I get in there and my eyes would glaze over and my brain would freeze because I'm ADHD and I look at that shit and I go, yeah. I'm sure I would understand this if I could pay attention to it, but I can't. Zachariah with a goal, by the way. Much better suited for our system at striker. I don't see the fruits of the labor. So is this what they were focusing on? This being our match stats? That we can't even look at it on. We need two screens to look at, and it pops all the way out, and it takes up this much real estate with such little information. Or the fact that the dugout that we might use, that could potentially have valid information we may use, is relegated to this teeny tiny little box. The latest scores, I can expand it and then come over here and then I collapse, but now it goes back to the latest scores. Like it doesn't stay on the live table. Well, it did that time. Doesn't seem to be any real option to keep up-to-date reports on shirtless players anymore. Wouldn't know. I don't like the information I get anyway. And I'm also primarily playing in a youth-only save, so I'm not really scouting players, and I can't really sign anybody here. You have to re-scout them every time. And the scouting is tragic, right? The amount of time it takes to actually scout players using the proper scouting stuff. Ah, shit. UC1 picked up a knock. I mean, he's back out there. But I don't think I want to risk him any more than we absolutely have to. I'm curious. How is Ali Rajab as a right winger? We've used him exclusively as a center back. I find myself curious how he will do out on the right wing. Right? Like that week, scout them for a week seems to... I mean, they'll scout them for a week, but they get very little information. So you have to scout them for another week, and you might have enough. What's it take, 3 weeks to truly scout a player? And so it's 3 weeks for each player. If you're in a smaller league, Leon Seung just scooping it over. If you're in a smaller league where you only have 2 or 3 scouts, then what do they actually expect you to do? Probably go with attribute masking off, which is what they really want you to do, because they really want you to spend more time in each match to show off the one thing that they kind of got right. But, I mean, if you really want to get down to it, though, the graphics aren't that much better than they were. There's more detail in the grass. The crowds are not absolutely pathetic, all moving as one. Yo, Rodolfo, what's up? All hail Jack Grealish. Oh, we were going over the draw before. I'm intrigued because I feel like I mean, I feel like pot 1 is going to just absolutely roll those groups. Like on paper, it seems pretty obvious who's going to get out of the groups. But on the other hand, there's some juicy storylines. Which group is the group of death? I don't think there is a group of death yet, but it'll probably be Group B if Italy makes it through the playoff. Because then that's the one group where you're truly 2 pot 1 worthy teams. Guys, first off, I'm pretty sure he was offside. Second off, what the actual... Like, we just lost him. That's our guy. Oh, yeah, he was off. He was off. Where are my lines? All right, he's on. Still, I only went back 10 seconds. The things I do to prove a point. All right, here we go. Zulkifeli. Wow. I think that Fu Abdullah's butt is playing this guy onside. So our fat ass center back just played him onside. We are demanding more. I do love getting to... I love feeling like I'm doing something. I may be doing nothing, but I feel like I'm doing something. Wait a minute. Now I can't pause it anymore. I can't pause anymore. So, wait, where is... I didn't change the lineup at all. Where is my... Like the guy I had on trial. Oh, good play through to Zakaria, and Zakaria scores. I still want Ibrahim off. So we'll put in Haji Muhammad. Zakaria to Zakaria. Through the defense, into the back of the net. Oh, there we go. We can pause again. Slow it down a little bit, my friends. See if we can hang on to a 2-1 win. We have done it. And we are still 1 point behind Manyang City. Is the schedule friendly scene still broken? Oh, the vacation screen was a pain. Dude, so I ran this test. So I wanted to do, and not me and I were talking about this yesterday. I want to do something a little different on the YouTube channel. You know, I love the Let's Play stuff, but want to kind of branch out. So I was going to do like a tactical test. And I still want to do it, but I was running a test. Now, there are ways I could do it differently. First off, to do it with 5 managers, setting them all on vacation was ridiculous. Like, you have to, and then, like, I mean, we'll do it. We're not going to actually go on vacation. We'll go into our profile here, which isn't really loading up. All right, so we are going to go on holiday. So we go to choose. We choose the date. But let's say we want to go into December of 2027, okay? So we go to December, we go to 2027, but it resets. We're in April now. Why? So I did that, and I had to do this for 5 managers because I decided to try to test that with 5 different clubs. And I'm worried that I completely destroyed my... Okay, I didn't. I didn't use Nick Bottom as one of my templates. They did... Wait. They did fix this, where the fixture screen goes to fixtures. But you go to arrange friendly. You can still only do the 1. It doesn't show the calendar anymore. And then, God forbid, they tell you if a team doesn't accept the friendly. Because what it does, and I ran into this in Ituano, where I tried to set up friendlies. I tried to schedule 2 there. I had a week. I had a week of training camp before the Sao Paulo State Championship began. So I tried to schedule a friendly for the Monday, the first day of training camp, and like Wednesday. I was going to do like a 2 different squads thing, at least get some guys some playing time. Neither of those teams accepted, but I never heard anything back, so those dates were now frozen. Oh, you mean in the general calendar? Like I could click on here? Now you can't click on anything. Like this means nothing. I can look up the Malaysia team. I didn't know you could do that because I never tried. But of course you can't do that anymore. And the amount of things that used to work that don't work anymore, the things that broke, like how... Like the fixture schedule. The fixture schedule shortcut. Those shortcuts you can't set yourself, that they preset for you. How that broke, and nobody noticed it until, again, the community was like, yo, the hell is this? This doesn't work anymore. Oh, it doesn't work? All right, we'll fix that. And that makes perfect sense. That does. I never thought of it that way, but that makes perfect sense. Oh, this is the match, guys. Manyang City FC. Maybe we should have rotated for the last match. But this is the match we need to make sure we have everything set properly. This could make or break our season. Now we're in second place. I'm not discussing your issue. I already know what your fucking problem is, and you didn't like my response to you. So you know what, Modi Yakin? If it didn't just cost me a fucking arm and a leg, I would just release you. Go find a new club. Can't even have the meeting. And before you wonder, I updated my graphics driver the same time I updated FM yesterday. But getting out of this is a pain in the ass. Like, I don't know if I got out of it, if it was going to stop anyway. What is their secret? A 4-2-3-1. That's everybody's secret. Only 19 chances for, which is a little surprising. Meanwhile, a 4-4-1-1. See, here's another thing. Okay, here's another. This is a little gripe of mine. I used to use this screen a lot once I discovered it existed. And this is the next opposition report. It existed in the data hub, but you couldn't always get it from the data hub. And you need to have like the right combination of staff members. I think you actually need a scout or a chief scout to be able to get this report. That's neither here nor there. I used to use it a lot to see what formation they used and what they were most successful with, but also what they were susceptible to. Except now it's in possession and out of possession. So obviously, so they've used this in possession. Does it mean they use this out of possession? Or they use this out of possession? And they've given up 10 chances? Now, if I go to formations faced, I don't see any 10 chances for. So this doesn't match up with this. Or are they saying that they've used this in possession and gotten 19 chances for? They used this out of possession and have only given up 10 chances in those matches. And then when they face a 4-2-3-1, they give up 17 chances? Well, no, this wasn't for advice. I would just like kind of look at this to say, okay, what? And I wouldn't necessarily change my formation, but I would want to see like how my formation was doing. Like a formation like mine would do against a formation like theirs, the way they play it. But I don't know exactly what the breakdown is here. So now that information is almost worthless. And you're right to not trust the AI for any advice, because this is the same AI that is game planning against you. And we know how bad they are at game planning against us. We put in an advertisement for a coach. Wait. We did put in an advertisement for a coach. We put in an advertisement for a coach so we could fill that empty position to fulfill that promise. We had not gotten responses back to our coach advert in time, and yet we somehow were still able to fulfill that promise. I wonder how that works. Bruins, what's up, man? How you doing? How are the Bruins doing these days? I have not been following. And now I don't even remember what we were looking for in a coach. What do we need? Well, everybody's reasonable. Oh man, that's my second. That's my other NHL team. Flyers first, and then the St. Louis Blues. I mean, at least these work now, right? Good authority, good determination. Outstanding adaptability. I like that. I could not give two shits about the Miami game. I am so done with MLS for the season. Oh, he took less money and a smaller percentage of a bump when we get promoted. You've been at the job you're at for 8 years. You're pulled in the parking lot. I'm sorry, what? Were you working in a boiler room? Like, like where the feds breathing down their necks and all of a sudden just... So you found out you no longer had a job because your office was just gone? Wow. I am sorry. I'm sure the executives knew, and whoever had to clean that shit out knew. That's insane. No, it's not bad news for him. Wait, you were texting with your boss the night before, and you asked him if he saw... So there were grumblings of maybe something like this happened? What was the voicemail he left? So I'm assuming he left you a voicemail which prompted you to then text him. Yeah, it's not bad news for him. He got a nice little golden parachute, I bet, before Christmas when you're getting fucked over. Man, that is insane. I'm sorry to hear that. We still have no bench, and I'm not trying to move from one thing to another, but it's just how my brain works. I realize our bench sucks. You had the job line voicemail server program to know when you had to come into work. Wait, so did he at least break that news, or is that just kind of part and parcel of the, oh yeah, by the way, the office and company no longer exist? That is just awful. What? You're kidding me. So he sold the company, was advised to let everyone know what was happening, chose not to until pressed. Jesus fuck. Well, we all know Bruins works for Sports Interactive. Don't say shit to anybody until you absolutely have your backs up against the wall. That's insane. I would be out of my fucking mind if I were you. I mean, and I'm not telling you how to be. I'm just telling you how I would be if it were me. You would have been well within. No one would have blamed you. If I knew this and I found out, I'd come up to New England and bail your ass out. Oh my God. I mean, let me preface this by saying, this is the United States of America. And if you own a company and you get an offer to sell your company, I'm not saying you can't not take it. But the very fact that this piece of shit did not have the decency to be honest with his employees during the holiday season, and I get it, sometimes your hands are tied, like with there's certain legal stuff. I'm not necessarily saying in this case, but in certain situations with certain things, there might have been legal stuff with the sale. But yeah, you can't just fire the company by having them show up and find out that the doors are locked, the lights are off, and the furniture is gone. Because he had the wherewithal to know to deal with that shit. I've only actually been fired once in my life. And it was a retail sales job. And they felt they needed to cut back. Oh, Hairi, going one-on-one with the keeper. Hairi puts it in off of the post. Mod Haikal Hakimi Hairi with the goal. Armed Forces 1-0. Manyang City 0. And that's the thing. Like there's no decency. So I'll tell, like, the short version of the story is the company was doing okay. They ended up getting sold a couple of years later and then being basically run into the ground, and the company no longer, a 40-year-old family-owned company, no longer exists now because they sold out because things were not going great. I only give extra time to my company because I'm paid hourly right now. So any extra time to my company, I get paid time and a half. Lee Han Seong is in. Takes it wide. Puts it into the mid. You wish someone would make a stream about doing FM26 online mode? That would involve getting people to play online. That was ridiculous. I'll take it, but that was ridiculous. It does have an online mode. You know how I know it has an online mode? Because they kept mentioning all the things they fixed for online mode for the 3 people who are currently playing it. It is bugged to hell. That they kept in, though. Even though it never worked great, even in the old FMs. But let me finish my story first. Stop trying to distract me. So anyway, things were starting to go downhill. I worked basically in a department of 2. We were in the bedding department. We sold mattresses. I had the quote-unquote better schedule because my days off were Wednesdays and Thursdays, which were the lightest days of the week as far as traffic was concerned. So they basically let me go. Fuck was that? Si Tian Kiet coming back strong with his shitty play. So because I had the better schedule, I was the expendable one. They wanted to see what the other guy could do without it. You know when they let me go? Noon on a sale Saturday. Busiest day of the week. You know why they let me go at noon? Because the other guy showed up at 11:30. They waited till he got there. Till I was in the middle of my day. And you always know something bad is going to happen when your general manager comes up to you and another manager is with him. Because they would never do anything that big solo. And the thing is, like, I knew the writing was on the wall. I wasn't super happy anyway. And a couple weeks before, I basically had emptied out we had like a file cabinet drawer. I basically emptied that out. I had like 1 or 2 things left in there. But it still sucked. But they told me. Oh, I trained my replacement. My last radio job, I trained my replacement. And you know what? The funny, I'm the kind of guy, and you guys have probably figured this out by now. I'm the kind of guy that I can see bad things coming from a mile away, but I can't get out of the way of that train. So I should have known. So I think I may have told this story, at least in part, before. So I was working, I was in Atlanta. I was working, I was an overnight traffic reporter. Well, at the time I was overnight. Wasn't long after that I started working split shift, so I did mornings and afternoons. I was doing mornings and afternoons producing traffic, which meant I would gather all the reports for other people to report, but I did have a station or two that I kept, that I got to do myself in the morning. So I've been hired by this woman named Cynthia White. And Cynthia was great, but she ended up leaving for one reason or another and was replaced by one of my coworkers. Now, I'm trying to think of a delicate way to put this. I'm not sure that she was hired because she was the most qualified for the job. She was the one that checked the most boxes. And let's leave it at that. So anyway, she, the new boss, hires a 21-year-old girl, like fresh out of college or senior in college. Wants me to train her. Not specifically for my job, but just teach her the ropes. Now, when I would do the overnight, I would produce traffic. No, looking the most unlike me. Okay. We must make changes. Zachariah's going to come out. Oh, Muhammad's nervous, but you know what? Needs must. Fu Abdullah will come out for Ali Rajab. And let us put Zaini in place of Lee Han-seong. Yes. She filled many, many quotas. She filled multiple quotas. So she hires this person. And when you worked overnight, you not only produced the traffic, which meant gathered in the information, but you actually reported it on the big station. This was 640 WGST in Atlanta. And we would also produce for Nashville. That's neither here nor there. So just the question she asked me. So there were a couple of instances I remember. A lot of the information we would get would be off of police scanners, and when they'd report their position, it would generally be whatever road they were on, whether it be a highway or a secondary road. And most of the secondary roads had numbers, so they would report what number. And if they were on a highway, they would also report the mile marker. Now, for those of you that don't know how highways work, most highways, the exit number matches the mile marker number. So, for example, on I-85 North in in Gwinnett County, Georgia, just northeast of Atlanta, exit 99 was at mile marker 99, and that was Jimmy Carter Boulevard. And if you do this long enough, you learn what the shortcuts are. You learn the shorthand. You know what's what, if you know what I mean. By the way, we're top of the table, guys. I almost forgot. We got to sound the alarm. So I'm like reporting. So I hear there's an accident on 85 northbound, a mile marker 99.5, I think they said. So I get on the air and I say, and watch out. Got police activity out on the right-hand side, a minor accident on northbound I-85, just past Jimmy Carter Boulevard, and blah, blah, blah. And I get done with my report, and she's looking at me. How did you know that? So I explained to her how mile markers work. Later on in the report, there was a minor accident on North Druid Hills Boulevard. In Atlanta, in the Highlands. Again, a neighborhood I knew. But I wanted to see exactly where it was. I had the cross street, so I pull out. Remember those giant... This is before... MapQuest was a thing, but this is before anybody ever, looked online for most stuff. I still had that giant atlas book. The kind you would get, at a gas station, the 5-county thing. You know what I'm talking about. So I looked through, I had it, and I had it sitting on my lap. Going to see some flashing lights if you're on North Druid Hill Boulevard, right near the Druid Hills Golf Club, so use a little extra caution going through the area, whatever I said. Turn off the mic, same face. How did you know where that was? And I swear to God, I was channeling Chandler Bing when I picked up the atlas and I looked at her and I'm like, I looked at the map. And then later she asked me where the music was coming from that I was talking over when I was giving my report on WGST. And I'm like, there's a radio station downstairs. That's where I'm just turn on my microphone on and off. They turn us on. And what you hear is what's going out over the air, what they are putting out over the air. I don't do anything of that. It's just basic radio station shit. Maybe the general public doesn't know, but if you work in radio, you get an idea of how audio control boards work. So I said, toward the end of the night, I said, look, here's what I need you to do. I'm giving you a homework assignment. I want you to get in your car this weekend, and I want you to drive around the city. Oh, because the other thing was I reported an accident in Midtown Atlanta. And she looked at me, she's like, isn't that the downtown connector? I'm like, what do you mean? No, it's Midtown. It's like, no, isn't that area the downtown connector? I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, that neighborhood, isn't that the downtown connector? I'm like, the downtown connector isn't a neighborhood. The downtown connector is what happens. So north of Atlanta, I-75 comes out of Cobb County from Chattanooga, Tennessee, down toward Alpharetta, Georgia, or wherever it comes together. It comes this way through Cobb County, past where the Braves play now. That's I-75. I-85 comes from Greenville, South Carolina, through Gwinnett County. And just north of downtown Atlanta, they come together. They meet and become one highway that runs through downtown. So the two highways connect in downtown Atlanta. And then they split off again. 85 South goes that way toward Montgomery, Alabama. 75 South goes into Florida. She spent the last 4 years of college, at the very least, the last 4 years of college in this city. And that's like living in Philadelphia for 4 years and not knowing what the Schuylkill Expressway is. That's like not realizing that when we're talking about the perimeter in Atlanta, that was 285, which ran around the perimeter of Atlanta. It was a loop road. 61 miles of highway that went around in a circle. So I said, go out and drive, look at the signs, make note of where things are, learn to read a map. I went into my boss the next Monday, because I think this was a Friday night. Well, my Friday was actually Thursday night into Friday morning. Anyway, it was a Friday. So I next time I see her, and I'm like, look, I got to tell you, I don't know if she's going to work out. She has no sense of direction, doesn't know anything about the geography of the area, and lacks a certain amount of basic radio knowledge, just how radio works. So 4 months later, when I and other people got laid off, who was one of the 4 part-time people that replaced me? That dumb piece of shit that I trained, that I told my boss was incompetent, that continued to prove to be incompetent, by the way. And here's the thing. And I know some people who know me will find it funny when I say this. I don't really have that big of an ego. And I don't think I'm better than a lot of people. I don't. Not at all. I suffer from imposter syndrome. I feel like I don't belong there. That why am I here? What is it that you see in me that makes you put your trust in me to do X, Y, or Z? Even a little here. We had 300 subscribers on YouTube today. And I go, what is it about me that 300 people have decided that they go, yeah, I want to see more of that? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't come into this. I don't sit down in the chair going, I'm the hot shit. I see right now 17 people are watching on Twitch. I'm like, that is freaking amazing that there are 17 people out there spending part of their Friday night / Saturday morning / if you're in Australia, Saturday late afternoon, evening. I don't even know what fucking time it is in Australia right now. And the 7 people who are watching on YouTube at the moment. There are 24 people out there somewhere that are choosing to spend their time right here, right now. And I'm humbled and honored. But when I am there, I get very frustrated, though, when it is proven to me that I am way better than them, or I know more than them. I'm dealing with something at work today. So I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of it, but we set up these bulk loan allocations for builders, for these specific builders. And I've given them the costs of their various loan programs 40 times over the last 3 months and change. And in order for them to do that, to take advantage of like this advanced pricing, they pay 0.25% of a deposit. All right? 0.25%. I have never in those 40 times baked that into the price. It's separate. It's there. They know it's there. It's separate. Always has been. And they started asking me right in the beginning if it was included, and I would tell them no. And so for a while, I would put a disclaimer saying, what I am giving you does not include your 0.25% deposit. Until today. I didn't put that disclaimer in. So you know what email I got at 4:30 this afternoon? Does this include the 0.25%? To which I responded and I admit I was a little snippy when I did this because, well, you would be too if something was obvious, like something like I didn't feel like it needed to be said. It had been said enough. So I said no, and it never has been. my email signature, send it off. Then the salesperson, who is a dimwit unto herself, oh, we did already hire somebody. You know, I think he's better than this person, so we'll pay the $13.50. I guess we did follow. Oh, that's because I put out the advert, and then they said, "Hey, you should hire one of these guys." She sent a response. She said, what he meant to say was, "quote unquote, no sir," and then put a little smiley face. And I really, really wanted to shoot back. No, bitch, I said what I fucking meant. Don't speak for me. Well, I appreciate that, Dave. And you will never be lost in the crowd. By the way, so I've been falling a little behind on the albums. I've still done an album a day, but we are technically listening to yesterday's album. And look, a lot of what I do, I know I'm too smart for what I do. And again, I don't say that with ego, and I'm not trying to put down the other people that do what I do, but it doesn't, my base job does not take a lot of brain power. It doesn't. It just doesn't. This part of it, I like it because it's not my normal level of responsibility. It's different. It's something different. It's something interesting. And it's something that I am learning. I don't know a lot about this. But the fact that I know more than and this salesperson and the people she's dealing with, the guys who are representing the builders that ask me these dumb questions. And like, here's the other thing. So because I'm doing a bunch of things, every once in a while I'll make a little mistake. Like because a lot of what I'm sending to them, I have to manually input. So one time when I did the math and I was off by 0.1. I just, like, when I typed it out, it was a typo. But it was 0.1 in their favor. So when I sent it back to them and said, oh, it should be this, you know what I got? Oh, well, I've already communicated the other one to the builder, so we're going to have to honor that. But you would better... And it was acting like he never saw it, but you better believe if I went 0.1 the other way, where they were paying more than they were supposed to, then I get email back, are you sure about this calculation? Because I think it should be this. I hate disingenuous people. I hate people that don't, like, if you, like this, I was at Chick-fil-A yesterday morning. Lady friend and I go out there, we play bingo on Thursday mornings. We take her son. He likes it. He engages. It's great. Woman in front of me at the register bought something for, like, it was $4. And by the way, did you know now that, like, so Chick-fil-A, and I don't know if other businesses do this, Chick-fil-A now will round your price down to the nearest nickel, because they do not take pennies anymore. They don't deal in pennies anymore. Because the penny is no longer being minted. So anyway, it's $4. Woman gives the guy a $5. Okay, woman gives. This is my first time because I haven't been encountering people paying cash. Notice when you pay with a credit card, they don't do that. It's only for the cash. But whatever, it's fine. So woman gives her $5. Guy misreads the register because it said $4 cash, $1 change. He hands her back $4. She says, "No, I'm sorry. You there's a mistake. I'm only supposed to get the $1 back," and she gave him the money back. This guy wouldn't do that. This is the guy that if he was supposed to get $4 and only got one, he would be like, wait, I'm supposed to get $4. If he's only supposed to get one and they gave him $4, he would say, thank you, stick it in his pocket and walk away. I don't like when people take advantage of the little niggling mistakes that somebody makes. Everybody is human. Everybody is human. And when you act like you are not human, like when you act like you are better than me because you need to point out my mistake and hold me accountable to my mistake, when you aren't accountable to your own, and he's been made, I can't get into all the details, but he has made plenty. And then you come at me with that bullshit question. Screw you, man. Screw you. And people wonder why I'm angry at work. I deal with a lot of stupidity at work. And I'm not saying it's because I am any better. I make mistakes and I own up to them. And that's the other thing. I own up to my mistake. I would start a conversation with my boss when I am pissed off, apologizing for being angry. And preemptively apologizing just in case I say something that he finds harsh. Not to him. I actually love my boss. My boss is stretched. My boss's only flaw is he is stretched so thin. Like, we were all supposed to have like these one-on-one meetings to discuss our future with the company. Not in a bad way, but like kind of like what can we do for you to improve your career? We're supposed to have those in like June. We haven't had them yet because he just keeps getting shit piled on top of him. I mean, it just hasn't gotten there, and he feels awful about it. But I also know that if we raise an issue to him, he's also very loud on the phone. When we raise an issue to him that afternoon, when he's having that conversation with the appropriate person, he will raise the issue. He will say, we are having a problem with this. I know he has our backs. And I know he's pissed off at Mr. 0.25%. He thinks he's a stupid piece of shit, too. The problem is we're then dealing with sales who just want the money. So they're kowtowing. Like, they want to... There's a lot of things that they want to move things around to, like, make sure the money's even, because if it's not even, then they may have to owe us more at the end. Because they didn't plan properly in the first place. And they literally have just been sending these lists saying, okay, here's what we have in each block. And the implication is if it doesn't match what we have, and by the way, we're the one who runs the damn thing, if it doesn't match what we have, we need to adjust. But when I asked for, okay, if you're going to do that, if you're going to make these changes, give me a list of your changes. Don't make me try to figure out what you're doing because I don't want to miss something. I don't want to do it wrong. So tell me you're taking A, you're putting A and B and C and D and like, just give me a list. This is starting here and going here. This one's starting here, this one's going here. That's all I asked for. And then the salesperson goes, oh, no, I'll take care of it. I'm like, no, you dim bulb. I don't want you doing it. I want to hear it from them. And then her boss is like, well, if we didn't do these kind of things, like they could just go somewhere else. Like we've got to provide the customer service. No, I want it right. That's all I want. I want it right. So I want it to come from the horse's mouth. I don't want it being filtered through dim bulb 1 who works for asshole 2. Just tell me what it is. Sorry for yelling. Did have a meeting with my therapist today about how I'm doing so much better. Raja Amin is suspended, so we're going to have to make changes to our back line for this match. Let's bring Rosalie in. I forget why we weren't playing Rosalie. Because he's 5'9". Let's not bring Rosalie in. How about you? You are even shorter and even worse. Hasnan? Hasnan is 5'7". Jesus fucking Christ. Ali Rajab, just because you're tall enough. Viewers got promoted to be therapists. Yes, thank you all for coming to my session. That'll be $30. And then I got to bring somebody in. I got to bring in one of these guys. Why does this not work? Why can't that fucking work? Like, what is the point of this? Oh, it's player instructions. That's why it doesn't work, because he's on the bench. Mud Kamal, are you any good? Oh, he's 6 foot. Can't finish. Has no first touch to speak of. You did. Thank you. Yes, this month's therapy has been subsidized by DM Stewart 1981. Thank you very much for your patronage and support. Mode Kamal is going to come in, and we'll get him on the bench. Worst comes to worst, we can stick him at center back too. Come for the football manager, stay for the rant. Everyone's playing pretty well. No, I'm not. I'm not. You can. It's like Benny with the comment about my mom earlier. Like it didn't bother me. I actually didn't take it in any offensive way, and I actually thought that he remembered. And because when I said you'll never guess who I had dinner with, well, of course nobody would guess I had dinner with my dead mom. I thought it was funny. I hope that Benny isn't being quiet. He's probably streaming. I hope that Benny wasn't being quiet just because he thought I was offended. I'm not. Not at all. I was legitimately not upset by what happened with that conversation. Everybody else is staying the same because, if we're fucking winning, we're going to just keep going. Now, granted, I do expect you to subsidize subsequent sessions, so just be prepared for that. No, if you guys really knew how much I got paid per hour doing this, you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here, man? On a really good night. Well, actually, it kind of averages out. Because, I obviously make more, when you did those gift subs, I obviously made more money than average. But even on a night like that, I made less money per hour than I made in my first job in 1989. Maybe half as much. I do, and I also, I love playing Football Manager, and I play it plenty when I'm not on stream or recording videos for YouTube, but it just doesn't feel the same. Yelling at my computer screen just doesn't feel the same without you all here to be on the other end of it. And believe me, I do. Not quite the same way. But Bruins, thank you for giving me plenty to rant about tonight. And I'm truly sorry for your predicament, and I do hope that you bounce back very quickly. I think what happened to you is absolutely insane. All of that, yes, I was obviously upset about other things and I had a very frustrating day at work myself. Not nearly as much as you did. You see Juan. Oh, that would have been a great goal. But even though that bothered me, I wouldn't have gone into this whole big rant thing, but you totally set me off with your work situation. To go through what you had to go through, or what you did go through. First off, kudos to you to be here and be able to say, oh yeah, by the way, I showed up at work and they cleared out the building. And it was weird, right? Oh, that was terrible. That was the first really bad header I've seen. So not me was asking about what I see differently, if it's just placebo. Headers like that are very few and far between right now. I often see if a defender is unchallenged, I often do see him bring the ball down now instead of just trying to head it into space. Zakaria carrying up that left wing. Zakaria into the middle of the Zakaria. It's blocked. Shamsudin hands it over. Nasharudin ahead. Lee Hunseong. UC Wan. Nasharudin back to Modrozde. Wait. You think the only reason it wasn't is because you've had fewer than 50 to 100 employees? Technically, they offered to take us on as workers, but an hour away. Did they, though? Like you found this out after the fact. You weren't really, truly given the option to continue working with the new company. You weren't really given that option. You were given the option with the gun to your head. Let's be frank. Maybe if your boss had that conversation with you a couple of weeks ago, you could have then had the time to make a true decision. Also awful, and sadly that's when things happen. You've got to be kidding me! That was terrible. Rodolfo, it's the... We're the greatest country in the world, don't you know? Don't even get us started on that, Rodolfo. No, I'm being sarcastic. I could go off for quite a while on American exceptionalism right now. I mean, I love being here. I love the sports for the most part. You know, I have my allegiances. Best leagues in the world for most professional sports, in my opinion. Not all of them. All right, first off, we've got to go attacking. Second off, when I made that change, unfortunately, it meant I can't throw out my shout of, what the fuck are you doing? Let's get Zaini in for Hairi. Although Hairi was not having a bad match, was he? Let's flip-flop these guys. If you get fired because your contract runs out, you're going to get 3 months at 70% of your last paycheck in the Netherlands. If I wasn't, and I'm being God honest about this, if I wasn't so afraid to be so far away from everything that I know, like I went to Seattle when I was in college. I was there for a week. But I felt being thousands of miles away from my world. You know what I mean? I felt it in my bones. When I moved down to Florida, it took me forever to feel like I lived there. So I don't know if I could move abroad. Even if there was beyond a shadow of a doubt that my life would be better. I'm not red-green colorblind, but I'm having trouble picking out which dot is which at 40 times speed. Muhammad shoots. Oh, deflected. What do you mean inches wide? That's got to be a corner, right? You saw that deflect like 3 times, right? We are not going down like this. We are not going to lose to immigration. If I could work 100% remotely, and when I got this job, I could. Muhammad's in, shoot, hits the post, and it's cleared. What is going on? I might feel differently. Oh, guys, we finished the album. We finished the album. If you had 3 contracts at the same company, they have to hire you with a permanent contract. It's like a rent to own. Zachariah, the Zachariah! We're even. I gotta find a new album. All right, 1 album a day. I'm gonna go 4 stars on the Smashing Pumpkins. Wow. Oh yeah, well, Florida is. I have a very low opinion of Florida, having lived there. I mean, I'd love to make changes, but my bench sucks. This is today's album. From 1973, Raw Power by the Stooges. So, got ourselves an hour or so of Iggy Pop, I think. How long is this album? We drew. We didn't lose. So we were able to equalize, so I'm feeling good about that. I've been watching like a lot of, I've been watching a lot of Football Manager stuff. 14 unbeaten, by the way. The really cool thing is you definitely looked up the guy who bought your old job. His son is in some Barcelona academy. Oh, like the Barcelona, like football academy, or he just is at a school in Barcelona. All right, we are now 3 points clear at the top, but we do. Manyong City does have a game in hand on us. We're gonna get promoted, I think. I mean, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself here. His boss's son, new boss. Well, potential new boss. Nami's like, don't talk to me until we hit at least U12. I do forget what I was talking about. I didn't take my meds today. Hey, anything's possible. Anything is possible. Your last 8 albums were Paul Simon, Deja Vu from CSNY, Another Music in a Different Kitchen from the Buzzcocks, The Who's Tommy, Felt Mountain by Godfrap, Stankonia from Outkast, Moondance, Van Morrison, and Sgt. Pepper. Oh, I was actually thinking about this yesterday. I'm like, I'd love to get the White Album or something, man. Like, just because I want to listen to it again. Like, it's been so long since I've listened to, like, the full thing. Move Gimberg to the site. Who the fuck is Gimberg? Oh, Gimbong. I'm sorry. Alto Gimbong is a right winger who's 5'4" and unambitious, 16 years old. Sure, we'll move him to the second team. What the frick do I care? Can we get a coaching course now, please? Why is this page like not loading up? We can't ask for one yet. I mean, we even did the 3-year deal too. I'm still so cheesed off that they won't give us a freaking coaching badge. And now I'm gonna like feel obligated to stay when we get promoted and actually play in the top flight. But I've got to resist that temptation. I think this needs to be our last year in Malaysia if we're not going to get a coaching badge. If we get a coaching badge, then maybe we'll go for the glory. But if not, what's the fucking point? What is the point if we get nothing out of this adventure? And then we'd be in our 3rd season and we'd still have 0 coaching qualifications whatsoever. I mean, look, we are unsuited for anything. We only have tendencies because of what we have created. We play entertaining football because we have set up entertaining football. We like shaping players to become competent to play in positions they are not natural at because we do not have competent players in those natural positions. That's it. That's it. We speak fluent English and Spanish. I don't even know why we speak fluent Spanish. I don't remember how that happened. We're 19 now, by the way. We just celebrated our 19th birthday with a victory. And we have basic Malay. We didn't even learn a hint of Indian. Oh, but maybe that's where we learned English. Like, how insane is it that we have just nothing? But meanwhile, this brings us back to the conversation from a year ago. But meanwhile, frickin' Lelujo has been with Barnet or wherever frickin' team that he's with, starting in the 6th tier of England, and he's already got his Continental Pro. Fuck is up with that? Does England see the value in manager development? God forbid I'm actually good at my job. God forbid I'm actually qualified for the job and the transfer window is open. And we still can't get rid of that guy. I think we need to just try to clean. Are we like in some kind of break here? When is our next match? Fixture schedule. October 10th. All right, so let's do this. Oh, I don't want the stats view. No, I don't want that either. I want my squad view. We've really spread the wealth around. Zakaria, Ibrahim with 3 goals apiece, 2 apiece for UC1, striker Zakaria, Raja Amin, and Hairi, and then 1 each for Yakin, who's never going to play for us again. Nasha Rudin, Hadi Mohammed, and Mo Zaini and Lee Han-seong. Although 6 assists for Zakaria is pretty darn special. Lee Han-seong is going to be out of contract in like months. We do have money in the wage budget. We have almost spent our scouting budget. And we do have transfer funds available. Not anymore. We stuck it all in the wage budget. So now we have $1,600 a week that we could spend. Now, Lee Han-seong is currently making $650 a week. That's what I'm missing from this. Insert column. No, it's not contract. General. Wage. All right, so he is our highest paid player. He's got 1 goal and 3 assists. The thing is, we don't have anybody better. So we can't, like, part company and find something better. So let's hope that he is not unreasonable in his wage demands. He'll take important player, and that's fine. Oh, you sexy bitch, you. I just saved $180 a week by re-signing Lee Han-seong. Oh, I'd kiss you on the mouth if you were real. Who else can we get more money out of? Hadi Mohammed. Currently making $250 a week. I mean, honestly, anybody who, like, he's not terrible. He is not it's because we transfer listed him. So what we'll do is we'll try to sell him. We'll try to sell him. If we can't sell him, you prepared a few notes about the deal to go over. He's very interested in speaking to other clubs. Okay. Oh, so that's offer player. I was like, what am I hitting on the bottom? If we cannot get rid of Muhammad, we'll take him off the transfer list, and we will try to re-sign him for less money. Zakaria. Are you transfer listed? You are also transfer listed. We can't sell all of our strikers. He will take squad player status. He's currently making $240. He wants a non-contract deal at $270. How about we do this? $180. Just 1 year deal at $180. And the $25 appearance fee, I'm now paying him less than I was paying before. I accidentally hit continue. I didn't want to continue. Because now we're inching closer and closer to the end of the transfer window. See, here's the thing. If we save all of this money now, we can then spend the money. That's how it works. We save the money, and then we spend the money. So who is next? I am on Zakaria. Oh, this is Mozaini. One of the few guys on our bench that I kind of sort of trust. Let's go impact sub. All right, he's okay with that. He's okay with being an impact sub. Once a non-contract, I will raise your non-contract, and I will present you with a $130 contract for 2 years. We'll also give you $25 for an appearance, $5 for no appearance. I am a god in Malaysia. These guys want to play for me so badly that they will take less money to bask in the success of my 19-year-old ass. Not you, though. You can go piss off. Modros de. It's kind of short. Oh, I'm getting guys who are making $250 coming back and taking $130. It's great. Oh, all right, you're transfer listed. Understandable. We are going to lose a fair amount of players. I've got to re-sign him, don't I? I haven't even brought in any trialists in a while either. Could probably do that. No, let's sort by average rating. Okay, all of these guys. Well, some of them are 15 to 16. You. Kamarudin. You're a goalkeeper. You're a bad goalkeeper. You're gonna be gone. Why can't I? Oh, you're on non-contract. You're a non-contract player. Get out. All of these other guys are, well, these are all transfer, offer via transfer room for loan. Yes. Mod Kamal, this guy's on my bench? Why? Because I need guys on the bench. All right, try to loan them out. Mozahini's only 16. Righteous. Ali Rajab. I mean, I kind of got to keep out. Wait, why are you transferring? Who transfer listed you? Who hurt you? Now you're no longer transfer listed. Now sign for me. You're not transfer listed anymore. I took you off the transfer. You're on the loan list. Now will you sign for me? No. Maybe I have to wait like another day. See, here's the other issue is like most of these guys aren't worth jack shit. In fact, I mean, at least Rahman Aziz is like an actual goalkeeper. I'm releasing this guy, this non-contract clown. But like all these other guys who are on my bench are just, oh, good God. All right, I'm gonna get some more coffee and I'm gonna pee and all that stuff. It's been a couple hours, guys. So hang tight. Thank you all for being. Can I turn down the music? You had my stream on while you were sleeping and the loudness just woke you up? Usually I have people like, I can't hear the music, turn it up. I've got you to answer the question, who hurt you with his name? His name is Teddy. Played Icy Manipulator Winter Orb against me in high school. Anyway, sit tight, everyone. We'll be back. Enjoy the Iggy Pop. I gotta make this. I can't get to the right thing here. Where's my be right back? There it is. Be right back. A light snow is beginning to fall outside. Do love this time of year. Just for the snow. I like the snow. All the other crap that comes with it, no thanks. All right, he's been given a free transfer. Nobody else seemingly is going anywhere. We have not gotten a single offer for any of our players. Rama Aziz, let's move you to the senior squad. Shush. I think the kid just got home. I mean, are you any good? Oh my. No nonsense center back is right. He's 5'11", which isn't great. 8 jumping reach. No, not an offensive bone in his body. Not that we need an offensive bone in his body. But holy cow. Despite a favorable draw, Pochettino urges group stage focus ahead of 2026. Like, it isn't even worth trying to get rid of these guys. I mean, maybe I can save $35. What about our U20s? Nobody. Again, no, oh, this is Rosley. Nothing but short center backs. 5'7". Holy crap. Like, we desperately need, like, real players. He's leaving on a free transfer at the end of the year, Diego Munoz. He's with the Universidad de Chile. Where did we find this guy? No, all of my center backs are 6. All of my center backs who actually play are 6 foot or higher, including my right wings that play center back. Thank you very much. This guy, he's got no jumping reach, but he might actually be okay. His marking kind of sucks. I mean, is it worth it? Make an offer? Yun So Myung. He's with Seoul Phoenix. He's an important player there. I mean, where would he fit in for us? He'd have to be an important player. That's the problem with any of these guys, like, are actually, like, semi-decent. Where is Denden FC? Eritrea. Oh, wait, we can't have foreigners, can we? We've run into this issue. How old is Diego Munoz? He's 21. What about Mr. Eritrea? He's 26. So, never mind. We need these guys that are already here. Now, this guy's at Immigration. He is a DM. We don't really play that. We do play that. He's a fringe player. Can we, like, maybe get him in on loan? They're not willing to allow him to leave on loan at this time. And our scouting is just so limited. Anwar Cisse, he's English and 23. I wish I could filter out I mean, I guess I can. Add condition. Nationality is Malaysian. Oh, this guy's a free agent. He's a free agent right wing. He's 5'4", kind of pacey. We could use a backup. We need a backup. I mean, we just need bodies. We need bodies. Part-time contract, the $90 for 2 years. We just got ourselves a backup winger. Sweet. Anybody else who is Kuala Lumpur is in the Super League. I mean, he may not be any good. Let's do scouted players only, so we at least have some idea of what we may be getting into. Nagiri Sembilan, that's the team we're about to play. This guy, I think, could be something. Now, he's a right winger. He can also play center mid. He's got no stamina, no strength. He's 5'6". So off the ball's not bad. Let's see if we can maybe get him in. They're reluctant to allow him to go. They find this offer unacceptable. He's making a lot of money. Pay 20% of his wages. I doubt we'll get him. But it's fine. What is this? What is AT goal? What about you? Oh, I like you. I mean, you're tragic, but you're a fringe player at Melaka. So you're a fringe player in our league. Making a lot of money. But you're a fringe player. But they're not willing to let him go out on loan. So let's change this to interested. Now this means the player. So Nisharuddin Yazi is interested, but his team is not. And now we're caught up on our albums. I think this guy's a decent player. Not fantastic, but he's decent. They won't let him leave on loan. Is anybody going to let him leave on loan? I'm not paying for anybody. Although some of these guys have zero value. All right, so this guy is a priority. He's 22 years old. This is the guy I was just looking at. Let's make an offer then, a transfer offer of 0. Righteous. I mean, he's another right wing. We don't need a ton of them, but right now I just feel like stockpiling players. Mudney Jerusalem Yazi, he's got no value, right? No, he's got a $4,000 value. What about you? Ahmad Shukri, goalkeeper. Oh, wait, didn't he play for us? I could have sworn he played for us. He's got 3 clean sheets in 4 appearances. He's conceded 1 goal. He's an emergency backup. Yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting till we have a perfect season, and we're right up against the. It's another right wing. I think we have enough right wings potentially coming in. Left wings, though, we don't have. I mean, he's not super good at anything, but is he better than who we have? That is the question. Who do we have? Apparently nobody. Who's playing out there right now? Ibrahim, right? I mean, arguably Ibrahim is the better player. But we could use a backup, right? He's got 7,000. Never mind. I'm not paying jack crap for. Well, let me see if I can we get him on loan? I mean, he's transfer listed. 40% as a squad player. Sold. And we're weakening our next opposition. What about you? Ahmad Rizal, another goalkeeper. I think I'm fine keeping our regular goalkeeper as a Samsuri. He's, again, a total offensive liability. Doesn't really have the jumping reach, but he is a center back. And we need like an actual center back. Sign him as an emergency backup. You know what? I'll do you on a non-contract, but I'm only going to pay $100 per match. Now watch. I'll sign him to a regular deal. 90 for 2 years. 25 and 5. This is the same deal I offer everybody else. I'll give you the clean sheet bonus. These guys make absolutely no sense to me. I guess he figured he wasn't going to play, so if he wasn't going to play. We're just pumping up our squad now. Just for these guys, we barely know anything about them. Izal. We need a backup. We need a backup Plain and simple. Because now that we've got Nashel Rudin playing back down there instead of right wing, because we moved back UC1. I don't care that they're not great. Just give me these free players. Give me guys who actually can go on the bench. That's all I want. All I want is guys who can go on the bench. He's very interested in joining us. Expecting 170 to 200. I'm not making anybody recommended fringe player. Not promising that. Regular starter. Let's go squad player. All right, fine. He doesn't want to join us. It's okay. We've got other options. Mod Shukri. First choice goalkeeper. I'm okay with that. 140. Let's go 85. No yearly wage rise. Okay, 5% at 95. 100. Fine, 120. 120 for a 1-year deal. I don't care. All right, this offer's been accepted, but we. Oh, this was the loan deal. So look, we got a winger on loan. We got a winger on loan, and this is the fullback. No, you're not going to be an important player. You're going to be a freaking squad player. Okay, apparently I double clicked. He's going to be an important player. Not really. Fine, for $80, I'll give you 2 years. I mean, if he's better, if he ends up being better than Nashel Rudin, then fine, he'll play back there. Why is it I can't get a polygon on him? Like, he's fully scouted. Why can I not get a polygon on him? Nashel Rudin is still the better player. Let's get real guys on our bench. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, fine. They didn't accept our loan bid. That's okay with me. Diego Munoz. Oh, this is another one. Oh, I can't. This one I have to walk away from. One, I knew he was going to want too much money. And two, he's just too old. He's too old of a foreign player. Come in. Guys, I made transfers. Danish Irfan Izal is here. And Java Belarivin is here. Does he even have a name? What's his what does the A/L mean? So can we just call him Coffee? He'll be Coffee. Mod Shukri is here. Oh, I gotta what we gotta welcome him in. Which Zachariah am I asking to do this stuff? I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's agreed to it, so. B- from the board, fans are happy. C+ from the board, fans are happy. B+ from the board, fans are happy. B from the board, fans are... Board's loving me right now. So, can I get a new badge? No. Was worth a shot. No offer. Fine. Samsuri, come on in. We just added 5 players to our squad. Only one of whom I maybe have to play. Oh, offers have been made for okay. B minus for Sumsuri. Which one was Sumsuri? Oh, he's the actual 6-foot center back. Can't attack at all, but his defending's okay. His aerial's not great, but no offers for any of those players, and the transfer window is closed. Done deals. We're not even on that list. Are we even here? How far down do I have to scroll before I see? We're not even in there. Oh, it's the Super League. I'm sure they're showing. All right, we should probably schedule a couple of friendlies just to keep our team nice and fit throughout this wilderness period of October. Soul Phoenix still accepting bids for okay, but I mean, isn't the transfer window closed? I mean, it's probably open in some places. Maybe it's still open in Korea. Oh, we're already coming up on the end of the wilderness period. So fixture schedule, arrange friendly. Let's do Friday and then we'll do Monday. Do nearby teams. We can make a little money against KL Plus. And then we will do the following Monday, the 5th. And I want to make some money. Malaysian University. Let's get some cash in. You know, since we're spending more in wages now. And see, we got the notification right away that the teams have accepted our friendly invitations. It usually does not happen. And the other good thing is we are I'm knock on for Michael, we are relatively injury-free. And Lee Hunts-Young has signed his new 2-year contract. Zakaria has signed a new deal, which will expire a year from the end of this one. We have 2 days left. I think we're going to be okay with Sitian Keat. I think he's not going to become unhappy in the next few days. And if he does, it's just because we didn't have any matches that we could play. How am I supposed to keep a guy happy with playing time if we have no playing time to give him? Not me being difficult, just the way of the world. You know, I realized like a year and a half ago, or an hour and a half ago, I was talking about that new video I was going to do. And the reason why I was having trouble, what I was saying, the reason why I brought it up is because I was trying, I simulated 2.5 seasons. And one of the reasons I did the half was because one of the teams that I selected to run this tactics test was not on the regular, what they're calling the international calendar. And I was having the worst time attempting to look at the league table from the year before. It was just not like I could select a different year, but it wouldn't change anything. It was still showing the current table. Then when I finally would get to a previous year, I didn't know which year it was. I couldn't even use the front arrow. I mean, it's working here, apparently. But no, it's not. This is the current season, but it says it's the 25-26 season. But then I go to current season, and it's showing the past season. But no, I was doing it, though. It would go from overall to like home record to last 5 games. That's what it was cycling through. Anytime you click the back. And nobody tested this. Nobody tested this. That's what makes me just so... Oh, we won Manager of the Month. Manager of the Month. Happy 19 to us. But you see, even when it was working, it wasn't actually working. All right, C10 Keat has dropped his lack of football concern, which is good because he's about to get no football. I also don't get what this is, because I've seen it be average and almost full. Like this one, these two are the same, right? Managerial support, team cohesion are essentially the same. Club atmosphere is essentially the same. But here it says team cohesion is good and the dressing room is very good. But this isn't anywhere. Where's dressing room? I have one unhappy player. Who's unhappy? Nobody's unhappy. Like, it says I have an unhappy player. I've got a guy who's content. Feels his current asking price is too high. At 1,200? I like literally... I literally can't go, like, my lowest option is 1,400, which is higher. Let's go unspecified. Okay? Will that make you feel better? You fucking whiny cow. Do I have it set to manage the friendlies? Not that I want to manage the friendlies, but I at least want to maybe pick the squad. Oh, I can. No, I don't want to do quick pick. I want to do this. I don't like that it defaults to unpicked only. And then, like, it barely changes anybody. Like, why is Hasnan in there? And then you have to go in and you have to pick the unpicked positions. Let's get Izal in there. Like, we literally just brought him in for this purpose. Samsuri we just brought in. Why is Rosli? Aziz? Fine, we'll play Aziz. We're going to instant result anyway. What the fuck do I care? I need that. Oops. Sorry. Yes, proceed with simulate match. I'm pretty sure we're going to absolutely dominate. We have 27 points in 11 matches. 27 points out of a possible 33. 3-0. Coffee scored. Zakaria scored. And Benjamin Fu Abdullah. Love that guy. I mean, the fact that we've successfully converted him into a center back gives me such great joy. Offers have been made for Ali Rajab. Modyakin doesn't think he's being treated unfairly anymore. Now watch, he won't accept the contract because he... Oh, no. He'll take emergency backup. Really? You won't go less than... There we go. $85 an appearance. He's going to make an appearance every couple of matches because he's on the bench. Like, we brought in 5 players, and with all of the rejiggering we did, now our scouting is out of control, but all the rejiggering we did, and we're only spending 100 more a week. Okay, so you're in League 2. You can sign a good League 1 player. You have 4 people who play midfield at a higher level, but you play with 3 CMs. Do you sign the dude and just hope that if anyone gets mad that you shouldn't have any mutant? Like, if you've got 3 available positions and only 5 players, you should be okay. It really depends on the playing time that you've promised. Like, if you've got everybody in there as an important player, then yeah, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have to sell somebody at some point. But that could take a while, and you'll get that warning, like, where guys feeling a little out of sorts. Usually you get like that kind of heads up, and then you can choose to deal with it as you want to at that point. And I found, like, I don't know if this is an FM26 thing or if just the way my manager set up like my infield save. Most of the time, I'll just go to the guy and say, you're just going to have to deal with being a squad player from here on out. Oh, you have 6. Okay, well, all right. So look at this. You look at your situation then. Of those 6 players, how are you dividing the playing time amongst those 6 players? Are there certain players that are either not seeing a lot of playing time or aren't even making your game day squad? If these guys aren't making your game day squad, then you should think about selling or loaning them out anyway. And I know that's easy for me to say because, I like to hoard players. Yeah, I'm starting to run into, not an issue so much, but I am starting to run into a time in my Ituano save where, for the first couple seasons, because it's youth only and I'm not bringing anybody in, I'm loath to let anybody go just in case I need a body, because I'm not exactly going to go out in the transfer market and pick somebody up because I can't, because that's the way that I've set my rules for myself. But now I'm also at the point where I'm like, yeah, this guy, he's not playing. I'm starting a 17-year-old over this guy. Or I'm putting a 17-year-old on the bench ahead of this guy. Or if they're both on the bench, I am not picking this guy and I'm going with this other one. Oh no, we lost. Well, there are high. I played Rossley, didn't I? This is a known goal, isn't it? One of the 6 isn't. If he's not making the game day squad, just get rid of him now. The guy who's not making your game day squad is expendable. Especially if you've got plenty of guys to cover already and you're going to bring somebody else in, just say goodbye. Make life easy on yourself. Could be a blessing in disguise. Ali Rajab is sticking around. These already. I played 2 friendlies. Oh, because I promised he'd be. Oh, Farfig Nugan. I promised that he would be a defender, a right defender, and not a right wing back, even though he's a right defender and a wing back role. Oh my God! Why does Football Manager do this to me? I know it was my fault. I made a promise I should never have made. But that shouldn't be a sticking point. Not like that. Like, come on, dog. Like, seriously? Seriously? What development advice is there? Yeah, okay, fine. Go on the second team squad. Fuck do I care? All right, we'll send these guys on language courses. Not my money. No, I get it. I'm taking responsibility for it. But like, this is where I would hope that there would be some level of common sense. Hasnan is not going to be playing. We're gonna have to do some jiggering to our lineup now that we are back in the A1 League. How many matches do we have left, by the way? I mean, it is only October, but we started in August. We still have a lot of matches left to go. This is a long fucking season, guys. I mean, we have only played 11 matches in the league. And the cups haven't even started. I love how not me, like, that's what you're paying attention to. Like, you don't jump in with any of the other conversation when we're signing the players or anything like that. But as soon as I make that mistake, you got to just jump all over me, don't you? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset. All right. Well, we still have that 3-point lead over Manyang City. They've lost 3. So our difference is those 3. So we've drawn 3 times. They've lost 3 times. That's the difference. I'm not going to reopen talks with a guy that I cannot sign. All right. So UC1 is starting. Ibrahim is not, where you're putting in Coffee. Zakaria will be up top. Lisa Hansion and Modja Keen. Wait, why can he not play? Is there registration that I don't know about? I didn't. Oh, he is on loan. Oh, we're playing his parent club. That's why. Okay. So where'd he go? All right, Ibrahim is back in. Let's try out Ezal, Zakaria, Rajamin, Hasnan, no. Fu Abdullah, yes. You, no. Samsuri, yes. You right-footed or left? He's left-footed. What about Raja Amin? Also left-footed. I guess we're going with 2 left-footed. Shukri, absolutely. Get in there. So Mod Shukri is in goal. Who else did we just sign? Let's get Gimbong. No, get Gimbong out of there. All right, you're there. Kadir, you're one of my youth players. These are all youth players. Hairi should be on the bench. We'll put him in place of Haznan because Hairi is also unavailable. Oh, Mod Zaman. He's our backup to UC1. All right. So Mod Shukri with Raja Amin, Binyamin, Fu Abdullah, and Samsuri as our back three, with Zakaria and Azal on wing backs. Oh, still Mod Yakin, no. So Zaini is in. Oh, I don't love that, though. But I'd rather have him than Mod Yakin. Hell, I'd have that 15-year-old instead. I just can't play Hairi, so Mod Zaini is in. Lihan Sion. But let's swap them. Ibrahim, UC1, and Zakaria. Let's go. Let us keep this win streak alive. All right, let's get new numbers for all these guys. Sure, they all work for me. What do I freaking care? Probably didn't put in Samsuri because we have him as an emergency backup, because that's the contract he would take. We've been on a good run lately. Impress me. Go make a difference. Make me proud. Go make a difference. Oh, I do have my match sounds on. All right. I was like, we're dominating possession. 80%. Now it's down to 40. It's fine. Possession isn't important. As long as we keep them kind of boxed in. Nice. Leon Xiong to Zakaria. Out wide. Ibrahim throws it over the top. Nice switch of play to UC1. Taking it deep. Playing it into the middle. Zakaria denied. Out for a corner. Why are we not winning this match yet? We're 15 minutes in, god damn it. This sounds a little bit like the Rolling Stones. Like this guy, this is the New York Dolls. This guy is trying his best to sound like Mick Jagger. But they've got like the same like backup harmony style as the Stones. Ooh, good ball ahead. UC1. He is so good on that right wing. Plays it into the middle. Ibrahim. Oh, he can't get up high enough. Zakaria, though, looking to recycle, carries it deep. He's there. He shoots, and he's denied. We had some chances. We just did not take advantage, so we're going to say that we're not happy about that performance. Make the guy happy. All right, Zakaria to throw it in. Gets it back from Ibrahim. Takes it toward the byline. Plays it back post. Finds Lee Ho Seong off of the crossbar. And Zakaria cannot get it on target. Are you joking me, son? Leon Seong is injured, so fuck it. Bring in Mod Yakin. I don't have a choice. I have depth, but because they're loans, I can't. Let's demand more. Anything? Oh, they're happy. I've made my team happy. Look, I got smiley faces. Come on, we need to win this match. Manyang City is winning, by the way. All right, so Abdul Razak is going to send it long. We're going to win it back. Sort of. I mean, I'd say we were going to win it. I didn't say we were going to keep it. Selvan out wide. Shireen over the top. Selvan is in, and he beats the keeper. Fuck me. Berate attacking. UC Wan's going out there. Mod Zaman. Let's see what you can do. We're also going to bring in Nasha Rudin. And we'll move him back to his regularly scheduled position. I need you to change the game for us. One of them is motivated. Oh, that was weird. This is not the match that this is not going to be our first loss of the season. No way. No way, no how. And now we're like timid. What the hell is this? What happened to our team? We are actually gonna honestly lose this match. You've got to be kidding me. That was awful. Awful. That was our first loss of the season. And we've just fallen into second place as a result. So even though Manyang City has lost 3 matches, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, hitting the crossbar, getting the rebound, and knocking it wide. That was where it all went to shit. And we have a stronger squad now than we had when we were unbeaten in our first 11. Unbelievable. Unreal. I don't even know why I play this game. Game's gone. What, did I demotivate the players by paying them less? Just wow. All right, Nasha Rudin is in. Hairi is in. Coffee is in. He's coming on the bench, though, of course. In place of whom? Probably Modros there. This guy's like the leading player on my team. He's got 3 goals, 6 assists, and he's 1 star at his position. I don't think so. All right, hopefully this ends up working for us. Coffee's got the number 11. Because we have faith in him. Go out and do a job. Go win tonight. Playing against the good old 4-4-2. I don't see a lot of 4-4-2s. It really is like almost every team I feel like is playing a 4-2-3-1. California Uber Alles. I got the Dead Kennedys a couple of days ago. Honestly, like, punk not my thing, but like the whole album, and it's only like a 35-minute album, but the whole album was up-tempo like this. It's like if the B-52s ever got angry, they would be the Dead Kennedys. Oh, wait, we're the blue team. All right, UC Wan gets it back. Lee Han-seong. Up ahead, he's got Zakaria. Was he onside? He was, and Zakaria scores. And finally, all feels right with the world. Lee Han-seong signing his new contract for less money, although our left back, Zakaria, is already on a yellow card. Not sure how that happened. California, Uber Alles. Means California overall, correct? Oh, son of a bitch, I forgot. I forgot they fixed that. It's because I went to look for the sounder. I took my eye off the ball. Because it doesn't go automatically say he's off. Hairi Fu Abdullah, he was off. I stopped looking at the screen. UC Wan. Look at those guys running forward. There's it in. Zakaria! That one's going to count, right? This time it was UC Wan picking up the assist. And this time it will count. I knew it was 1-0. Sent long over Zakaria's head, headed forward, but Raja Amin steps up. Zakaria, Coffee, Zakaria, Lee Han-seong feeds it through. He's got Zakaria who clatters it off of the crossbar. Oh, what a move, what a pass. And why is Lee Han-seong so tired? I might have to get him off. Zakaria to Zakaria. Is the flag down? I can't scroll out. Looks that way. The Zakaria is hooking up. And Selangor. Selangor's B team is getting beat by us. All right, so I'll bring out Lee Han-seong. Mozaini, get in there. I love how UC Wan wears number 76, and it's like, okay. Like, that's like a hockey goalkeeper number. Zakaria's wearing 74. Mozaini wearing 88. He's pulling off the Eric Lindros. Little Lindros tribute in Malaysian second-tier football. you're tired, so Ibrahim is in. You're kind of tired, so Mod Zaman. And let's bring in... Let's try Mod Kamal. 3 changes that were somewhat necessary. Is it worth a restart to the career to have the latest update? I don't... It's not really necessary. Now, I don't know if the data changes that were made require a new save. They didn't specify that. Oh, Coffee making the scoring the goal. Give and go. Zakaria just laying it off. Coffee picking up a goal on his debut. Just as we're about to sub him off as well. Oh, did you download the update though? Are you on the public beta track? Because you should see the shouts here. You don't need to start a new save. This is my 9th stream on this save, and I've got the shouts. Mod Zaini, gets around his man, plays it to Zaman, back for Mod Kamal, and on his debut, I'm pretty sure it's his debut. No, he's made 3. Well, no, those are all non-competitive. On his senior debut. No, so what you do need to go on the public beta track. So if you go into your Steam, and you might need to exit out of Steam first, exit out of Football Manager. If you go to your Steam, right-click on Football Manager 26, go to Preferences, and then you'll have a betas option. It's like the 4th or 5th choice down. There's a drop-down where it says None. Select Public Beta. It should then trigger you to update the game. And once you've updated the game, then you should be good to go. Hairi. Oh, what a ball through. Modzaini? Sure. Why not Modzaini score? All of these guys that just haven't played or are brand new are contributing. I mean, Modzaini is what, 16, right? No, he's 24. Did we just sign? I guess we just signed him. Didn't catch that he was an attacking midfielder. Kind of a role we don't play. What a beautiful match. 22-4 shots on goal. They didn't manage a single shot on target. And we have returned to the top of the Malaysian second-tier mountain. Let me see if I can show you where it is. I need to switch. No, that's not it. Okay. So here on the display capture, if you come to where it says Public Football Manager 26, right-click, go to Properties, down the betas, and just from this drop-down, you select Public Beta, and you'll be able to download the update. Take a couple of minutes to update. You load Football Manager back up. One of the other things I did notice, though, is it takes a little bit longer to load up the game. Yeah, no. Same saves. I switch back and forth. Like every time the beta update hits the actual public release, I just switch back to the public. I've been playing this save since the beta ended. Yeah, Critical Haste, you don't need to start anything new. Now, with this update, there are a ton of like updates to various competitions. I don't know if that is save game compatible or not. But if you don't care, then by all means. Oh, and Critical Haze, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, that's why I'm not getting... That's why I wasn't getting my Football Manager sounds. I was still trying to look for FM24. Oh, you are very welcome. If I can help just one person in a stream, then I have done my job. Now the question is, do I mean, I already know the answer to that. I was going to do I... No! Do I go down to the bar to watch the Everton match tomorrow? And I already know the answer is no. But a big match at the Hill Dickinson tomorrow against Nottingham Forest. Forest having a season. But Sean Dyche returning to Everton. Should be interesting. Oh, I can't bitch at modes I'm on yet. Good to know. I am not overly concerned about the development of my players, though. By the way, everybody watching on YouTube, you guys are the legends. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. And thank you very much for helping get me to 300 subs on YouTube. 500 is our next goal. Just a little bit. Maybe we should go like 325 first. But the growth we've seen in the last couple of weeks, I am highly appreciative of. So thank you very much. If you are watching right now and you happen to not yet be subscribed to the channel, please do so. It doesn't cost you a dime. You'll know when we go live, when our Ituano Youth Academy save, when a new video pops on there. I still have to edit the latest one. That's not coming out till Monday anyway. But every little bit helps, so thank you very much for every little bit that you guys have done. And that goes for the Twitch folks as well, because I know a lot of you guys are crossed over on both. So thank you again. Why would I care? He's retiring. Why is he even in a recruitment focus? A+, sign this guy as a priority. He's a center back who is 5'7". Does my scouting staff not understand how I play this game? Do they not understand how our tactic is designed to work? "5'7" just doesn't cut it when we're... Well, I guess we're not really inviting the cross, are we? But it's just the thought of it. All right, I think coming up against Malacca is going to be our final match of the night. As much as I love hanging out with you guys, my sleep has been so massively screwed up, and I want to finish watching the Mission Impossible movie I started watching before stream. Phil Foden has been scouted by Al Ali. Think he'll join us for $95 a week? Yeah, I'm criticizing your training. This is why I'm not playing you anymore. I mean, it's not the only reason. He actually did a decent job. I gotta say, with him as our goalkeeper, we really weren't half bad. So Sitian, although he only managed a single clean sheet. Meanwhile, Mode Shukri has won in 2 appearances with us. He had 3 playing for Nagiri Sembilan's second team. Either way, it's obvious that he is not our future in goal. I'll praise his training. The one guy. Got to give the U18 some love every once in a while. So, Critical Haze, if you're still hanging around, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on the... Oh, Dad's Crusty Sock, thank you so very much for the follow. It's an absolutely disgusting username, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you regardless. I mean, I'd love to hear other people's thoughts on how you guys are feeling about the latest patch. If you're finding FM26 as playable now, if it's no better than it was before. Oh, we've lost the top spot again, but we do have a game in hand. Dimitru does the business. He's wearing Dad's Crusty Sock. Because it's a business sock. You know, when he's wearing his socks, you know, it's business time. Way short of full fitness. All right, let's put him on the bench then. So Ibrahim is in. And we've got a nice little... Oh, Zakaria can't play. Let's put in Asman. Dad's Crusty Sock is an Asman. This could be an adventure over here. But that's why we have our wide central midfielder. And we are going to make that wide central midfielder is going to be Mozzaini. Let's try him out there. Oh, we have 2 Mozzainis. That's why I'm confused. That's why I was surprised when I saw he was 24, because I knew that we had this one who's like 16. It all makes sense now. Oh, a nice connection between Rasha Amin and Benjamin Fu Abdullah as well. So we're going to go with basically the same line, but Ibrahim's coming in on the left side with Osman. So this whole side is changing. Everything over here is changing. Like, we just won 5-0, and I'm making changes. Actually, I feel like an Osman's more of a 39. Because that's what number Osnu's wearing for Everton now, right? 39. Osman, Osnu, same difference. That was the other thing I didn't. I mean, I guess, is he in on loan? Because like when I was trying to, I was also trying to look at transfers when I did that big 2.5 year save, and it's like nobody, like Everton made no transfers like 1 year, the first year, none whatsoever. Nobody in, nobody out. And I got really weird results, too, with it. Like, I'm going to do it all again because, like, I need a redo from the test. So I used Everton because they're my team, so why not use Everton? I used Wrexham because they've got the Hollywood money. I used Real Madrid because I couldn't do not me's tactic with Barcelona. Like, I had to do it with Real Madrid. I know, but I can't play 5 teams over 2 years. We're getting carved. We're getting carved here. Anderson Brito. Oh, come on. Get a leg in or something. So I did Real Madrid just cause. I did Ajax and Ituano. So I wanted to see if it would also work in the 3rd tier of Brazil. And the weird thing was, like, it worked very, like, the first, so, well, Real Madrid just, I think they won the league both years. Everton came in second the first year and then, like, 15th in year 2. Wrexham got promoted and then relegated. Ajax did okay, but they were struggling in year 3. Ituano got promoted, then relegated. We're demanding more. Like, nothing's happening here. Osman is not doing well. I think the trick is I just can't sim. I think if I simmed in smaller chunks, I would get vastly different results. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, and I guess, so I think part of the mistake I made, I don't think I delegated properly. Like, I think I needed to change all of my settings. So if I didn't delegate the signings, then that could have been the issue. Osman, he's deep. Oh, he puts it across the goal mouth. Was that a shot or a pass? I don't know. Like, I think I need to delegate all of that stuff. Like, and do it for real. But it's my first time doing anything like that. Yusi Wan to Lee Han Xiong. They'll crisscross. Yusi Wan into the middle. Oh, there's Zakaria. And once again, all is right with the world. I just love that patience, that little touch to get it across to a striker. That was lovely. Like, Osman's a little hard done on the 6.3. I think even just getting the opportunity he got should have been enough. To, like, get him something. All right, dead ball. Lee Han-seong puts it in the box. It's cleared away by Carvalho. Recycled by Nasharuddin, looking for Zakaria. Heads it over. Ibrahim cannot pick out that top corner. So close, but maybe if he, settled it down and shot it with his foot. It is football, after all. Oh, come on. It's Thanksgiving in Malaysia because they're carving through our defense again. Ibrahim's definitely coming off. I mean, I really can't replace Osman, I don't think. Although, can Nasharuddin play over that? No, he can't. UC Wan dropping it back. Fu Abdullah, Modzaini. UC Wan, Nasharuddin. UC Wan. Come on, guys. It's like a virgin. He's afraid to penetrate. Osman shooting. I can't believe I just said that. I'm so sorry. And look, at least he got the lane and he took the shot. Can we give Osman just a little credit here? All right, let's bring coffee in. Is there anyone? Anyone? Oh, put in Izal. Why not? We're already going to make him unhappy for not playing him in his preferred position. We might as well just go hog wild and throw him on the other side of the pitch. While we demand more. I mean, we're back up top. We're going to be even here with Manyang City if things remain as they are. Tactically speaking, I don't hate the way that we're playing. I think maybe we do go a little attacking, though. Pablo drops it. I mean, they've got, like a back six there? Anderson Brito. I feel like he's so dangerous. Played in. Dealt with by Raja Amin. Ghana. Okay. Unlucky, Rahim. Let's tick down, go up. Go a little more balance there. Balance there. I'm okay with low crosses, and we'll play for set pieces while going a little bit wider. Let's make a ton of adjustments, see if anything sticks. Because that's so easy to communicate to the team, right? All right, guys, let's go Spider 2Y Banana. UC Wan, let's go. Let's go. Dispossessed, gets it back into the middle for Zakaria. His second of the match. Second assist for UC Wan. And beautiful, guys. Beautiful. No notes. Awesome. So we lost the one, which is monumentally disappointing. We are still top of the table. We are 2 points ahead of Manjong City. Through 14 played. So we're like halfway through the season. How many teams are there? Yeah, 14 minutes. So we're one match shy of halfway through. Should be a 30-match season. Plus, we got some cups. It's just that one freaking loss, man. But Manyang City has lost 3 times, and yet they're just hanging in and hanging in and hanging in. Meanwhile, Perak has also only lost the once. Only 4 points separating first and third. Only the top 2 go up. So we do still have work to do, my friends. But kind of liking the work that we are doing. Thank you all so very much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. Where to go is the question. Da, 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 dun, 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 dun. See who else is playing Football Manager. I mean, there's front uptime of 126 hours. That can't be right. That cannot be right. Let me reload this. Something's fishy. There's something rotten in the state of Denmark. All right, let's try this again. Playing Football Manager. Let's check out Scheme 1. Is Ink Barrow to Glory Season 2 is in Tier 6. And I think he's from Chicago. And he's got a weird fucking formation. So let's do that, shall we? Appreciate y'all being here. I will be back tomorrow night. Probably around 8 o'clock Eastern time, I believe. I have to pick up the kid, but their work schedule just changed. They went from 9 o'clock. Now they get off at 7. So if I pick them up at 7, grab them some food, and go forward, we'll be okay. Thanks all for being here. I will catch you next time. You all are the best. Have a wonderful night. Till then, bye-bye.